At this time, I'll introduce our target speaker. Target speaker, you may unmute yourself and turn your camera on. When you're ready, please say, hello, contest
Hello,
master.
hello, Toastmaster.
Our target speaker is Doug Myers. With his speech, how the process can help you. How the process can help you, Doug Myers.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. For those of you who are not familiar with the process, it's been refined by either your favorite coach or your arch nemesis coach, Nick Saban of the University of Alabama. The process is a set of steps, is a module that Saban follows, that other coaches follow, that other leaders follow in trying to elicit the best out of their athletes, of their teammates, of their coworkers, etc. You can do this little experiment after I talk. Go to Amazon and type in the word leadership. You'll return over 100,000 results. If you type in coaching, you'll get over 60,000 results. If you type in personal improvement, again, over 60,000 results. Even the word diet results in 50,000 plus results. But it's my humble opinion that the process puts all of these things together and is the most effective technique that you can do to improve whatever it is that you're working on or trying to get done. It was developed by Aaron Beck. He was a cognitive behavioral therapist pioneer, later refined by Lonnie Graybeard Rosen, who worked with Nick Saban at the University of Michigan State University. The steps or the components of it are relatively simple, and you probably already know them. But the idea is to synthesize them all together and stick to it. If you're trying to achieve a goal, get a project done, finish a pathway, achieve your distinguished Toastmaster status, the first thing you do is you want to break down the big goal into the smallest possible steps. Then focus on the now. The biggest skill set that you can employ is focusing on what you need to do and eliminating all the other clutter, any of the distractions. While you're doing this, don't attach yourself to the outcome. You'll suffer from what's called ego depletion. Completing a pathway, getting a distinguished Toastmaster process, or winning a national championship is a long road. You have to focus on taking each individual step one by one. While you're doing this, don't let others measure you or compare yourself to the others. You're competing against yourself. You are doing what is right. Nick Saban said, right is never wrong. And he's right. Throughout this process, you definitely want to use affirmations. These are oral or verbal reinforcements that you tell yourselves and tell your team, we're on the right path, we're doing the right thing, we're getting the tasks done. Always try to keep it simple. Always choose the simplest solution. Complexity can be your enemy. Throughout this, you're going to develop grit and a mental toughness. Grit and gravitas are the two characteristics of true leaders, true getter-doners. You can read books on grit and you can read books on gravitas. It's almost from the Stoics that we draw this information out from us. Even a book called Life is Difficult or The Road Less Traveled by M. Scott Peck. Practice, practice, practice. Practice perfection. So as you're going through your process, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, whether it's working with a team at work, whether you're at your charity or at your house of worship, you're practicing perfection. We as humans aren't going to be perfect. But if you practice being as perfect as you can, you get used to doing the best. And that's the goal there. If you are always rehearsing the best, then you'll be your best. Finally, a touch of introspection. You have to be honest with yourself of what really motivates you. If your motivations are externally derived, you're not going to be as rewarded as you would like. You want to learn how to internally motivate yourself, knowing that a job well done is the goal. You've done what is right. You've practiced perfection. You do these, the process will help you eliminate the fluff, the negative, and most importantly, the drama. The process will help you get done what you need to get done. The process will help you be the best you can be. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you. A moment of silence as our tech master moves our contestants into our sequester room. Looks like they've all been successfully moved. You may turn on your camera. A round of applause, please, for Douglas Myers.
Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful speech. Do you prefer Douglas or Doug?
Well, my wife uses a bunch of different names for me, so I answer to a lot. But Douglas, Doug or Douglas, anything's fine.
Sounds like she's a smart lady. I've got a few for my husband as
That's
well.
right. That's right.
Doug, what club are you visiting us from?
My original club was St. Leo the Great Toastmasters on Riverside Road in Roswell. Once I joined Toastmasters, I really got into it. It was so much fun. And the aspect that I enjoyed the most was mentorship. So I volunteered at the area level. I was an area director, and I learned how to mentor clubs. I was mentoring chat Toastmasters in Alpharetta and ended up joining that club. My division director was a woman named Barbara Wallace, and she was resuscitating another club beyond the world of Toastmasters. Long story short, I'm now a member of 3 clubs.
Awesome. Wow. 3 clubs. My goodness. That's a busy guy. I'm sorry, just a moment, Doug. I almost forgot. Timer, can you please let us know when it's been 5 minutes, please? Thank you. So what inspired you to join Toastmasters and then become a member of 3 clubs? My goodness.
The original why, a friend of mine asked me what my elevator speech was, the 20-second description of what you're good at. And I stammered. I didn't know what to say. Throughout my entire career, which has spanned a number of decades, I thought I was a great communicator and a great speaker and a great presentation leader, et cetera, et cetera. I went to a few Toastmasters meetings to learn how to give that elevator speech. I just realized how remarkably inept I was. And apparently I've been stammering my entire life in going through all of these presentations and speeches, et cetera, et cetera. So that's my why, trying to raise my own level of communication.
Great. Well, I can see it's definitely worked thus far.
Thank you.
How many years have you been a Toastmasters?
Joined at the end of 2017. So right at a little bit more than 3 years.
Okay. Now, if you were talking to a new prospect about Toastmaster, what would you tell them?
There are all sorts of speech making videos. You can pay $500 and take classes in giving speeches. If you're in college, you can take classes on communication. But as best I can tell, only in Toastmasters has the embedded skills that none of these other programs have. Toastmasters teaches you how to receive feedback, how to give constructive criticism in a positive, non-threatening way. I don't think any other program teaches that. In whatever organization you're in, church, government, charity, your business, if you have the skill of giving constructive criticism to your coworkers, to your subordinates, to your vendors, to your clients, and most importantly, to the boss,
Yeah.
that skill will take you further than any single other skill. And I think you only learn that in Toastmasters.
Wow. Can I sign up again? I love it. Now, in your speech, you talked about the inner motivation.
Mhm.
What's something that motivates you to kind of just keep pushing through and pressing through and growing yourself and just continuing to want to improve?
Years ago, my mother, who was a DeKalb County school teacher, said that she had wished they had the ability to measure two things in her students: maturity and motivation. And motivation is a function of those two concepts that I introduced before: grit and gravitas. I see that our time is out. Next time you have a contest, I'll give a speech on grit and gravitas, the components of motivation.
Well, thank you so much, Doug, for coming.
Thank
We
you
will
for
be
having me.
sending you a certificate for framing, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before our evaluators come back, I want to give a shout out both to AJ. She's our club coach in chat. She's wonderful. And to Amanda Ray, she taught me what color I should wear for my shirt. She figured out that you use the jewel colors. You use emeralds and sapphire, but not white.
Well, I
And
tell you
not
what,
red.
Amanda definitely has some good pointers for all of us.
I've learned from her.
Definitely. She is a wonderful teacher for all of us. Thank you.
Are we ready to bring him back? Our first speaker?
We are.
Okay, great.
I kindly ask that everyone else please turn off your cameras, except for Doug. I'm sure he'll, our first speaker will want to speak with directly to you. And our timers, of course, leave your cameras on. Contestant number 1, please turn on your camera and mic. When you are ready, say, "Hello, contest master."
Hello, contest master.
At this time, I would like to welcome up our contestant number 1, Hart Gerald.
Thank you, Contest Master. Doug, the first thing that came to my mind when you started your speech was just how serendipitous and applicable the topic is to me in my life right now. And I think it's incredible you were going through the process of processes and the technique behind doing just about anything. And it's such a broadly applicable topic, yet the way you presented it was so succinct that even with the about 6 minutes that you spoke for, it was, I think, wholly delivered in concept, while also giving people enough that they can go and find out more for themselves, going and looking up Saban and learning about the process of coaching. The topic itself, again, just incredible. I hope that you give this speech more places. One thing that I thought you could improve on in the delivery is if you had one concrete example, maybe a personal one, maybe one that you come up with that you could tie into each point and bring us all on the journey of the process in short form. In terms of something where you might stretch to improve on the content, it's really hard for me to say right now. You were speaking to me at what might be the limit of my understanding, so that was really exciting. In terms of your delivery, you had a really good pace. You used tone very well. For video, the camera is framed perfectly. I mean, you've got the thirds set up nicely, and it's a good, can't remember what number that is, but quarter shot. You use gestures effectively. One place you might be able to improve with the gestures is if you had a slightly wider camera angle, that you wouldn't have to raise your arms up so high, and you might be able to get better gestures in like that. To stretch and improve, if you did this standing, I think that you'd be able to bring even more energy to the speech. But overall, it was a really fantastic speech, and I hope that I can see the recording of it. So thank you for delivering your speech.
Timers. 1 minute on the clock, please, as the judges mark their ballots. Thank you. Tech Master, we're ready for our second person. Contestant number 2, please turn on your camera and mic. When you're ready to speak, please say, "Hello, Contest Master."
Hello, Contest Master.
At this time, I would like to welcome up our contestant number 2, Debbie Merchant.
How the process can help you. Wow, this speech was something I definitely needed to hear, and definitely at this time of my life. First of all, virtual always makes me nervous, but if you were nervous, you showed none. Your eye contact was great. Your gestures were meaningful and timely. Your voice was pleasant and the intonation was great. Relevance, in my opinion, was amazing. I can't imagine anybody hearing your speech that didn't need to hear it and didn't glean something from it. Steps to create our best outcome is something all of us need. We're all forever growing and trying to succeed at our goals, and you gave us the path to follow. Not only did you tell us what to do, you also told us what not to do, or how to not do what we need to not do. For instance, in my case, eliminating the negative, eliminating the fluff, knowing what's important and what's not. It was life-changing for me, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you for helping all of us grow into who we were created to be. Madam Contest Master.
Thank you. 1 minute on the clock, please, as the judges mark their ballots. Thank you. Tech Master, please move our third speaker and final speaker to the room. Contestant number 3, please turn on your camera and mic. When you're ready, say, "Hello, Contest Master."
Hello, Contest Master.
At this time, I'd like to welcome up our third contestant, Ligia Florm.
Thank you, Madam Contest Master. For our target speaker, thank you so much for that wonderful speech. I think you came to us and presented to us a process that sometimes is overwhelming to all of us, but you broke it down into a process that seems more manageable and palatable. So I thank you for that. With that, I will begin by observing some things that you did really well and maybe some things that could improve your presentation in the future. What you excelled at for sure is the confidence that you showed us. You knew you were a subject matter expert and you brought to us something that could be overwhelming, such as a process on how to improve ourselves. And I thought that you sounded very confident. Your demeanor was poised and secure, and it gave us confidence at the same time. It was something that you transmitted to us. So I appreciated that very much. You also, your language was very clear and concise. You used words that we could easily understand and that could make pictures in our heads so that we could understand the process. You utilize vocal variety. You enhance your tone when you wanted to say something about being angry or being composed. And so that enhanced your speech and helped us understand what you were trying to tell us. Your camera angle, I liked how you position your camera now in these days that we are working virtually. That is something that we're all working on, trying to get the correct spacing around us. I thought you did very well with that, and you have a clear background or a white background so that it's not distracting, unlike mine. And I like how you used your hands, even though we couldn't see them very well. Maybe that's something that could be enhanced in the future. You could bring up more of your torso so that we could see your hands more. But I could tell that you were moving your hands and you were getting close to the camera sometimes and back to the camera. And that helped us understand what you were trying to tell us. Overall, I think it was very good. I appreciate it. Like I said, the fact that you broke the process down to help us understand. You were aware of your audience. We're all Toastmasters trying to improve ourselves. And I thought you did that very well by bringing something that is dear to us, such as pathways or our improvement that we're trying to do. You held our interest with your poise, your manners, and your mannerisms, and the way that you broke down the process to us. Thank you so much. And that is all I have, Madam Toastmasters.
Thank you. 1 minute on the clock as our judges tabulate their ballots, and we will continue that silence until the ballot counter and chief judge have left the room.
Art, are you drinking special water or is that just water?
Well, I did get a water distiller a couple months ago and just need something to put it in. So Got these 1 1/3 gallon bags. It's convenient.
I'm sorry, can we maintain that silence just a moment longer? Until all of our ballot counters and chief judge has left the room.
Contest Master, we are now going to move to the breakout room. The ballot counters could please go to the breakout room as well.
Thank you. Contestants, you may turn your camera back on. Phew, my goodness, a lot of pressure. You guys made it, huh? Am I frozen? I might be frozen. Let's see.
You're not frozen, Phoebe. We can hear you.
Okay. I couldn't hear anyone else. I couldn't see anyone else either. I'm like, oh, am I frozen?
You're
Running
good.
blind here. Contestant number 1, Hart. Please turn on your camera and unmute yourself. Did you turn on your camera, Hart?
Yes.
Okay, then it must be something going on tech-wise on my end. We won't worry about it. So Hart, how long have you been a Toastmaster?
Coming up on a year now. I believe a year next month.
Good stuff. And what inspired you to join Toastmaster?
I'd heard about it a number of times, people recommending, oh yeah, you should go try out Toastmasters. And I saw it as a great opportunity to go and challenge myself. And
it says here that you are a Grammy Award winning artist. You've worked with Grammy Award winning artists. How was that?
I've worked with them. I've worked with them.
Okay.
I'm not a Grammy Award winner myself.
Are you sure?
Well, if I did, they didn't tell me I got it. So, but it was
Doing what
really
kind of
cool.
work?
Audio engineering, live and studio, and
Okay.
it was a lot of fun getting to work with people who are recognized at a national level for their accomplishments in music, and just seeing what they do and getting feedback from them and not getting feedback on stage. it was an exciting time.
Good stuff. Now it says here, hearts beat for free. I have never heard that expression. Could you dive into that a little bit with us?
Of course. I was on this app called Clubhouse the other day, and the guy was talking about sort of along the lines of just the miracles that are happening all the time. And one of the things he said was hearts beat for free. Like you don't have to put a quarter in and get your heart beating for the next whatever period of time. Breathing is also free. Some people breathe better than others, but your heart, it just goes, and you kind of have to do things to keep it going, but really the heart just beats and doesn't cost you anything. And
Well, thank you so much for participating, Hart.
Thank you.
Next, we'll welcome up contestant number 2, Debbie Merchant. Debbie, please unmute yourself and turn your camera on.
Okay.
Debbie, how long have you been a Toastmaster?
Coming up on 22 years in October.
Man, that is awesome. I love it. It says, when asked what inspired you the most, she said authenticity. What does that mean to you?
I am inspired most by people who are authentic. They're honest. I don't like people that, well, this is a Southern phrase. I don't like people that put on the dogs, that put on airs and pretend to be something they're not. I kind of embrace what Flip Wilson used to say, what you see is what you get. And if a person that is like me, I'm here today, if you were to, come back this afternoon or tomorrow, whatever, I would hope I would still be the same person. I wouldn't be anything any different than I am right now. And that to me is one of the best characteristics somebody can have, just to be totally authentic and totally the same.
I agree. Thank you, Debbie. Next up is contestant number 3, Likia Florum.
Hello.
Hi, Likia. How long have you been a Toastmaster?
Coming up in 2 years. In March of 2019 is when I joined.
And I'm sure that time just flew right on by.
Yes, especially 2020.
It says your interests are running, hiking, and camping. Where are some of the grounds that you like to go camping?
Well, we have 2 little girls, so we have found out that is the best way to travel with them. And they love to go. It doesn't matter. It can be in the driveway. If you set up the pop-up tent, they'll be excited to go. So we go to different state parks or different national parks. So we have been down and up the coast of Florida and all the state parks. St. Joseph Peninsula is one of our favorites. And Port St. Joe, I think it's called. And all of the coast down there, and we go to the mountains in Tennessee, and we go to the mountains here in Georgia. So not close and not so close.
So you guys are the outdoor family. I love it. I said, hey, nature is okay in a controlled environment, though. Thank you, Likia.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you.
And it looks like our chief judge has returned. I will turn the floor over to her. Please welcome up Roxanne Rush.
Thank you so much, Phoebe. And congratulations to all our contestants. You all did a fabulous job. And I'm glad I got to be the chief judge and didn't have to choose between the three of you. We have quite a few dignitaries here today. Thank you all for being here. I'd like to give a shout out to our public relations manager for District 44, AJ Hopper. Welcome, AJ. We also have Division F Director Na Jones-Quarty here with us. Welcome, Na. Letty Small-Spivey, who is our very own area director here in E54. Welcome, Letty. We also have Judy Claybrook, who is an area director in Division C. Welcome, Judy. And then Thomas Lekas, who is a division director in Division D. I mean, an area director. I promoted him already. So welcome, Thomas. Thank you to all of our functionaries today. A special shout out to Doug, who came on as target speaker last night because our other target speaker had an obligation at the last minute. I encourage all of you, including myself, to be able to say yes to giving a speech even the night before. We all need to have that hip pocket speech ready to go. And what an amazing job he did as target speaker. Thank you very much, Doug.
Thank you.
And also our tech master, Amanda Maygray. Thank you so much for being here today with us as well. So I don't know about you, but I'm excited. We're going to announce the winners. Phoebe, are you ready? Phoebe's wearing many hats today. Phoebe did an amazing job pulling this contest together. As most of you know, it takes a village to put it all together for our guests. This is a special, we have 4 contests a year in the club for Toastmasters. This is our evaluation contest. And the winner of today will go on to the area contest. And this contest actually goes all the way to the district level.
Thank you so much, Roxanne. And at this time, we will announce our winners. We're going to try something new here. In third place, Debbie Merchant. Congratulations, Debbie. Our second place winner, drum rolls, please. Keep rolling those drums.
This is exercising now.
Gerald. Congratulations. And finally, for our first place winner, who can guess? Drum rolls, please. I see you rolling that drum, Heart. That's our musical engineer there. None other than Lihir Flora. Congratulations to all our speakers. Thank you so much for everyone who participated and helped with this event and made this event a success. Lihia will go on to our Division E, excuse me, as our area to represent Toastmasters at the square.
Thank you.
At this time, our meeting is adjourned. There's nothing further. Thank you
No
guys all for.
pictures?
I'm sorry?
No pictures?
Yes, pictures. Let's take a
Yeah.
I take a picture.
picture.
Phoebe, could I ask?
Everyone turn your camera on. Let's get a picture.
Phoebe, could I ask a favor? Did you happen to record this?
Yes, I believe our tech master did. She is so awesome.
Amanda May.
She was
of
one.
course, Amanda's great.
One step ahead.
Amanda May, could you send me a copy of that?
Yes, indeed. We will get it over to you.
You are the best. Thank you.
No problem.
And
I
thank
also
you.
like to give a, sorry, Leah. I want to give a quick shout out to Keisha Wan. She's our brand new TMATS member, and she served as ballot counter today. So I appreciate Keisha Wan. And Sandra is back. She came and helped out as ballot counter. Sandra, we have missed you.
I just want to say thank
I
you.
am
on behalf
ready
of
to
TMATS
return.
For serving.
I am ready to return.
Yay.
So much time, but I'm ready. I'm back.
It's wonderful, Sandra. And thank you everyone
you.
for serving today. This was a great contest. Thanks to you. Thank you, Phoebe and Roxanne, for putting it together for us. I know there was a lot of work, but thank you to each of you because you took your time out of your day to come and help us today.
Who's taking the photo?
Who's taking the picture?
Are we taking a photo?
You take it.
You want me to take it? Okay, hold on. Smile. Okay, we did like 3. Because anytime you have groups, you always do more than one. That's what I've learned. Okay, thank you guys for coming today. Great job, contestants. Great job, our speaker. I will get that recording over to you shortly.
Thank God. Thank you guys, everyone. You did an awesome job. Thank you.
I'll take care.
Thank you so much for coming, Doug. We appreciate having you, especially on short notice.
He disappears. Whose
That's-
account is this actually?
I think Roxanne.
Roxanne, is this your account?
It's Ruby's.
That creepy. Because I saved it to the cloud.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll get it. I got her access. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day, ladies.
Bye, Summit.
Oh, he's here.
Bye, Summit.
Oh, he's such a good boy. Look at him.
He's like, what, guy? Did you see the lady?
Did you soundproof the room? I've been meaning to ask you, Amanda. Did you soundproof that room?
No, this is my, hold on.